There is a place hidden away in Fulton County where time is captured and made to stand still, where the forest never changes, children learn about the beauty of nature, and our past is brought to the present. That place is known as Autrey Mill, until now, one of Fulton County's best kept secrets.
The land where Autrey Mill now stands was originally inhabited by Cherokee Indians. By the early 1800s, the Cherokee Nation was mostly westernized, adopting Western dress and religion. In 1829, gold was discovered in northern Georgia, creating a gold rush. As untold wealth began to be mined from the hills, the U.S. government and the Georgia legislature worked together to remove the Cherokees, allowing miners to prospect for gold. The gold lottery of 1832 was conducted, dividing the Autrey Mill land into 5 gold lots. Today, a gold miner's shaft from the early 1830s is still in existence here, an example of placer mining. By the late 1800s, the virgin forests in this area were cleared for farmland, with crops including cotton, wheat, and corn. Autrey Mill, a 5-story grist mill, was constructed along Sal's Creek, grinding flour and some corn. Mills of that era were an important site for social interaction and acted as hubs in rural communities. Autrey Mill ran until 1902, by which time people could then buy wheat and corn at stores. In 1972, Autrey Mill was first identified for preservation in a study performed by renowned environmental naturalist Dr. Charles Wharton. Dr. Wharton's report described the land as providing habitats for wildlife, containing outstanding botanical features, and ecologically significant for life support systems. Fulton County subsequently designated this tract as a future nature preserve in 1978. Today, Autrey Mill Nature Preserve and Heritage Center embraces its rich and varied past while maintaining its place as a productive member of the 21st century. Currently, in addition to the 4 buildings that existed on the property in 1989, when the Nature Preserve and Heritage Center was incorporated, 3 more historic buildings have been moved to the center, and a large pole barn designated as a classroom and to provide shelter for groups is being completed. Autrey Mill's dedication to the education and inspiration of our children can be seen in its extensive heritage learning programs, nature camps, wildlife exhibits, and public service opportunities it provides. In addition, the mill puts on a number of community and family-oriented programs that provide learning opportunities and fun for the whole family. Perhaps the best way to learn about the mill is to hear some of the thoughts from people the mill has touched.
Autrey Mill is unique because it provides not only nature and environmental education opportunities, as well as just experiencing nature at its best here in North Fulton, but the heritage that is being preserved and represented and shared with the community at large gives it a unique flavor that no other park within Fulton County has to offer.
Because what we're doing here and will be doing over the next number of years is building a historic village. It won't be of the same caliber as Williamsburg, but it certainly is going to be true to the community because the buildings that have been brought onto the property are all found within about 5 miles of where Autrey Mill is. We brought them in as historic buildings dating all the way back to the mid-1800s, and it's something unique that we're able to bring back and have people experience what life was like back in those days and the kind of buildings that were available and the decoration that was done on them.
Kids that come to us from inner city areas, a lot of times the kids haven't seen anything more exciting than a squirrel, but they come out here and they can see deer or fox or hawks or snakes. Or turtles or any of our other animals that we have.
Oh, so. Autrey Mill is unfortunately the best kept secret in North Fulton. We need to let folks know what they have here.
And I really enjoy doing the nature programs and finally decided that Autrey Mill should offer nature programs, and with the funding being so tight, the teacher became me.
The small amount of available parkland and natural environment that we have to protect to our utmost.
One of our most popular gardens that was started out here was what we call our heritage garden. And we're growing pole beans and tomatoes and cotton and okra and things that were grown back in the 1890s and early 1900s. And we found that that's become very popular because many of the children that come out here have never seen cotton growing up close, and they're surprised to see the color of the blossom, which is purple. They're surprised to see how the cotton actually looks on the plant.
We have a class called Eco Explorers, where we literally just go out into the forest and see what Mother Nature has in store for us. It's really fun with the kids. They get to see something different every week. We might see a hawk this week, we might see frogs next week. We might just talk about trees one week, but it's always different, and we can really teach the kids about what they're interested in.
I know Autrey Mill will be a destination. What I'd like to see is the ability to invest capital in the construction and enhancement of the historic buildings here on the property, to be able to enhance the environmental educational opportunities, and to make sure that we maximize awareness and utilization for the people that live not only in Johns Creek, but all over North Georgia. I'd love to see this be a true destination point that we can point out as our true gem here in Johns Creek.
As you can see, Autrey Mill is an ongoing opportunity to preserve our past and influence the future. With that responsibility in mind, we at the Mill have planned to take our commitment to the community into the next century. To provide for changes in funding, develop a more self-sufficient operating model, and continue to grow with the community, the board of Autrey Mill has developed a 3-phase plan for the future. Phase 1 will allow us to finish renovation of the Summer Hour House, a quaint Victorian cottage that has been a local home place for over 100 years. In addition, we will complete restoration of the old Warsaw Church building. Once completed, these 2 buildings will be home to community gatherings, weddings, educational and learning opportunities, scout meetings, and American Girl programs. Phase 2 will concentrate on increasing programs, both nature and heritage, development of adult classes, and creating exhibits. This will include interpretive signage throughout the park, learning stations and kiosks, and walking iPod programs that can be taken on trails or to heritage buildings. Phase 3 will be the construction of a state-of-the-art learning center that will not only provide learning opportunities to park visitors, but also become a teaching resource for our community's schools and help increase awareness of our past, encourage both children and adults to participate in the present, and help develop the dreams for the future that have made this country and the American people leaders in the world community. Autrey Mill is an opportunity. It's a seedbed for the future of our community and our children. And like any other garden, it needs nurturing and support to make it grow. Nurturing the mill and helping it grow into the future is not just our job, but the job of the whole community. You can help these dreams become a reality by supporting Autrey Mill with your contribution.
With the establishment of the new city, funding for the mill is more than ever dependent on you, the community that we are here to serve. Please take the time to contact us here at the mill to find ways that you can invest in the future of the mill, your children, and the community.